Good morning. Welcome back to Daily Devotionals for Nurses. My name is Tola Olabi. And I want to start by saying that this next season of your life requires you to move in faith. As I said previously, you have to identify where fear is hiding in your past experiences, hiding in past failures, and you write out your faith statement and believe God so that you can move in faith. And as we move on to Judges 7, the reason I will start to explain the reason why you should choose to trust God without requiring somebody to prophesy over you or requiring a sign is because as you move into your next season, as you start to enter the next level, God will give you some strategies that pertains to you and to your victory. God will start to show you some things that will give you victory. But those strategies may not make sense to everyone else. You, because you have let go of requiring signs, of requiring prophecy, of requiring external validation, and you focus on trusting Him, then you will be able to implement the strategies that God is giving you, right? When I talk about nursing being easy, is it truly because it's an easy job or because I have learned to trust God and to implement His strategies, to use the strategy with at the bedside, with patients, with coworkers, with leaders, with the people I lead? Maybe that is why nursing is so easy. So as you listen, I want you to ask yourself, do I trust God enough to use His strategy, all strategies, to implement those strategies for my life? It could be life at work. It could be personally. It could be in your marriage. It could be with your children. There are things that God is telling you, and you have to implement that. You have to use those strategies because God knows you. God knows what you've been through. God knows where you're coming from, and He knows where you're going. And as we move to Judges 7, we will start to see how God gave Gideon some instructions that did not make any sense to the layman, to the natural eye. God basically told Gideon to reduce the number of people that were going into war with him. Gideon had to reduce the number of people. He could not take every single person, even though he needed a large number of people, or it seemed like he needed a large number of people to overcome the enemy. Instead, God told him that the people who were with him were too much. That was a strategy. You have to use God's strategies. And this is from this is from Judges 7, verse 2. And the Lord said to Gideon, the people who are with you are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands. The people who are with you are too many. And I'm even going to talk more about the other part of the statement. Lest Israel claim glory for itself against me, saying, my own hand has saved me. The people who are with you are too many. Sometimes you're hearing opinions, instructions from so many sources that you cannot even truly clarify God's voice. And maybe that is why you were asking for a sign all along, because you want to be absolutely sure that out of all the instructions and all the strategies you see everywhere, is this the one that's truly from God? Is this the one that is truly from God?